Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing alright. So this is just a rectified version or an enhanced version, whatever you want to call it, of the drawing I showed you guys a little bit ago about the vertical farm growing system, the hempcrete walls, having the alternative generators, the wells, the housing, and the community buildings. And did I say 3D printer? And the 3D printer too, all inside this circle right here. And then since I've been talking about the dog sanctuary and things of this nature, I decided to integrate that into this community as well. And then I also thought, why not just develop it more like a castle and continue to have as many defensive barriers as possible? Now, I might have gone a little overboard, but for some reason, I've just been feeling like, why not have extra defense? Like hemp is easy to grow, hempcrete is easy to make. There's there's an abundance out there. I mean, the earth has plenty of resources. It's all about how we use them. So why not make things as safe as possible for everybody? If you know you're in a dangerous situation, make that place as safe as you can. So anyway, I decided to put 5 lines of defense, and you have the first line of defense starting with the vertical farm growing center right here in the middle. You actually have a defensive wall that protects that, because that's your food supply. You could have a water supply in there, you could have an energy supply in there, you could have a 3D printing supply in there, you could have a small arsenal, things like that. That would be your last go-to if you were being attacked by an enemy. That's where you could barricade yourself in and also be able to survive and fight. And then, as you expand, you have the second line of defense, third line of defense, fourth line of defense, and the fifth line of defense. So essentially, you would start by defending from the far outside, and if the enemy was strong enough and you had to retreat, you could continue to retreat behind each wall of defense, and hopefully you'd be able to push the enemy back before you got all the way back into the very middle. But if you had to, you could at least retreat back to a spot to where you have all of the resources you need to survive. So that's how I designed this. And then on the outside over here, you have a spot for your cat sanctuary, your dog sanctuary. I thought a spot for research and development, and then a training area for whatever type of training you feel like doing. Now I know that this is not even. Obviously, these two portions are much larger than these two. That's just the way that my sloppy handwriting came out. If I were to actually build this thing, or we were to actually build this thing, they would be much more even and proportioned, and not so obligated and abstract. But again, that's just the way it came out. So then, yeah, these are just defensive lines right here. And then I also wanted to incorporate traditional farming. I was like, you got vertical farming, why not just also have some traditional farming? So on the very outside of it, you would have just tons of fields and acres of just regular farm. You could even have like open pastures and meadows, and maybe like your own little river or stream if you wanted to, and a chill area for dogs and animals and people to hang out and play, and parks and stuff like that. So yeah, that's just an idea. And these are kind of just like bridges and separating sections that you could have. And again, this is just a very, very rudimentary preliminary drawing, so it's not very detailed, but it just gives you guys a little bit better of an idea of what I'm thinking of. And so I just want to share that with y'all. All right, hope you guys have a good one. Take care. Bye.